What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, it's a case of when it rains, it pours. Obviously, we have seen disastrous launches for Star Wars Outlaws, which then led to, amongst many reasons, the delaying of Assassin's Creed Shadows. And on top of that, they have what might be one of their more expensive games here. You see, allegedly, Ubisoft spent between 650 and 850 million dollars on its quadruple A game Skull and Bones, which really, God, this I think this started around the time of Assassin's Creed 3 and its pirate game, which of course they turned into Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, one of the best Assassin's Creed games, along with the Ezio trilogy. And that really got Ubisoft thinking, oh, we need our own pirate game just like that, and which led to a very, very long development cycle for this game, which has come out to not much fanfare and bug. So this is, of course, from Endymion. He was a very busy boy with his contacts inside of Ubisoft, giving us all the inside information on Star Wars Outlaws and their bugs and their fix to fix it, their rush to fix it rather, and spruce it up before Christmas, and of course the delaying of Assassin's Creed Shadows and Yasuke being either reduced in playtime or refined and removed. And the other thing that we got from that big, long conversation is this information, of course, about just how much trouble they are actually in because of the bleeding of money. You can see here, Endymion and his sources within Ubisoft, the project that ruined Ubisoft and put them in dire financial position they are after Star Wars Outlaws. Soft sales, which, if you can believe it, are only 1 million units. Assassin's Creed Mirage sold 5 million units in 3 months, and Black Myth Wukong 20 million, and so it's just not even comparable. Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is the one that already put them in a loss before Star Wars Outlaws ever came out and failed, claiming cost between 650 million and 850 million. I was also told that the project that ruined Ubisoft was not actually Outlaws or Shadows, it was Skull and Bones. My sources told me they have seen multiple different versions of the game that were each completely different over the years, which would track because, like I said, this is at least a 10-year development. Right, there we go. They said that they were told that the budget that was spent on Skull and Bones, it ranged from somewhere between 650 to 850 million over 10 years. Because this means when this started, Xbox 360 was the main console. They went all the way through Xbox One, and now we're into the Series X when it finally released. So they went through almost 3 console generations. And the Skull and Bones failed so badly for Ubisoft, it was the actual reason why they're dying the way that they are. It's not actually Outlaws and Shadows, if you can believe it. I mean, I can when you think that it's almost $1 billion over a decade. So they sunk a legendary amount of resources into that game, and it clearly did not work out for them at all. No, that game is a loss. I love pirate games, and I'm not even playing that. I think even does Drunk 3PO play this? I think even he went back to Sea of Thieves. You can see here the CEO, Yves Guillemot, infamously describing Skull and Bones as a quadruple A game and attempting to justify $70 as the lowest tier cost for the game back in Q3 of sales in 2024. It's gotten so much worse since then. He was asked by one investor, could you maybe unpack for us the decision to price it at $70 instead of like $40, where it was probably worth it? You've certainly emphasized that it's designed for a lot of live services. What drove the decision to make the game pay to play when you could presumably limit the size of the player base and thereby the PR or whatever, the return on investment, potential return on investment? Guillemot responded, you will see that Skull and Bones is a fully fledged game. You can see it on the market today. It's a very big game, and we feel that people will really see how vast and complete that game is. It's a really full AAA, quadruple A game that will deliver in the long run. Well, it's approaching the long run, and it's not looking to be true. Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming reported that the game currently has around 850 players total, which has not gotten up, which includes those who have opted to play the game with the 8-hour free trial. 8-hour free trial, so that padded their numbers. Henderson detailed that Ubisoft spent around $200 million on the game, and he doesn't expect to make it back. That was at the time. That has to be an inaccurate based on what we've just learned from the insiders and just having a game in a 10-year development cycle is enough. And yeah, we can see here, this was all time in the last 2 months, 2,000 people. It's estimated that the game is sold between 23,000 and 34,000 copies. For comparison, Concord had an estimate 20 to 25,000 copies. Oof. And I actually searched, so this is the numbers for it right now. Skull and Bones going up on the reviews. You can see the green number going up. 218 people playing right now, with only 412 in the past 24 hours, and a peak all-time of barely 3,000 people. For a game that live service, that is not good. For a game that almost cost $1 billion, that is not good. And honestly, even if it only cost 200 million, those would be horrible numbers. Either way, major news must be coming. AJ Investments has been saying that Ubisoft needs to go private. There's other people saying that the Guillemot family is intentionally crashing the stock prices so that they can buy a controlling interest in the company. I don't know what to believe at this point, except that Ubisoft has destroyed whatever little of its name it has left. Either way, let me know what you think about all this. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.